What's up guys and welcome back to the channel. This is ARK Survival Evolved episode 9, and as you can see we are in the Redwoods mountain, and I've set up a little 3x3 outpost that we can use when we want to come over here and harvest metal. We also have a bed and gravestone so we can just fast travel whenever we want. And this is also going to make looking for Rexes a bit faster, since I can just pop over here, look around, just look up and down the mountain really quick with Apache, see if there's any high level Rexes. If there are any and they're not high level, just kill them. If there are high level, well then I'll probably start recording. So, just wanted to show this off to you guys. We have a decent amount of metal in here smelted, but what I want to make today is gonna kind of make this entire place irrelevant, besides, you know, stone farming with the dough and Nargi. I would like to make a tech parasaur farm. So I'm going to get all my creatures besides Apache up here. Let's also grab the metal. And the reason I want to make a tech parasaur farm is mainly because I'm going to take advantage of the boosted rates I have on this single player world, where basically breeding or mating, the cooldown kind of doesn't exist. As long as they're sitting out and on mating, they can breed. So that means I'm just going to have a constant flow of eggs, and would be a constant flow of tech parasaurs that we can just keep hatching. We could either let them grow up or just kill them immediately, but killing them immediately is a lot faster and less intensive on berries and such. And then we'll harvest them with, usually a theory would be good, and since we do have one, we'll probably use that. We just harvest them with the theory and get scrap metal, which is a 1-for-1 smelt to regular metal. Electronics, which is a very annoying grind, so avoiding that as much as possible would be great. Element dust, that's just free element. And oil, which is another thing that you could just go out and get pretty easily, like the metal, but it's a lot easier if we just have a farm to get it a lot easier. So let's throw this metal into the smithy, and I think I'm going to go out and start looking for tech parasaurs to tame up, so we'll probably be back once I have found one. We are back, and we have 3 parasaurs in the trap. I kept finding them, so I kept bringing them back, so I wouldn't have to do multiple sections where we just cut to finding one, tranking it, taming it. Also, it's going to be a lot safer because we won't have raptors or anything run up on them in the trap. I'm kind of worried about this one, though. Let's not start with you. So, okay, this may have been a bad idea. Wait, why don't we just bullet them? Okay. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Shoot you. Can't take more than 2. Okay. You go down. Let's get our magnifying glass out to just check this one. You definitely have enough health. You are higher level, so I'm worried about your torpor. We can safely do 2 shots. Let's check your torpor again. Okay, I cannot shoot another shot into you. Maybe I can. Go down, please. I'm asking nicely. We can't. We have to wait for it to get enough health. What do I do? 47 damage? Let's just wait till it has 50 health. That'll be enough. Alright. I don't really just want to sit here and look at this guy's health for a minute, so we'll be back once I've tamed all of these parasaurs up. Alright guys, we did run into a little bit of a problem with a snake attacking our parasaur that was still taming up while we were away messing around at the base. So we will have to go find a different male tech parasaur, but that shouldn't be much of a problem, and we'll probably be back once we have a new male. Actually, it may have been a female. It was a female. I'm not going to worry about it, because if we really want another female, we'll just breed it up. So we have a level 8 18. Well, they were tamed at level 18, but a level 26 male and female tech parasaur. So I'm kind of stuck on how I should do this. I know I'm just going to have them on a hitching post constantly breeding, but I don't really want it to be at the base. So I might build like a secondary housing area where I just store these two with the soul terminal that'll collect the eggs automatically and incubate them. So I might start working on that, and we'll be back once I've got something made up. And there we have it, guys. I've made a pretty simple, but I think a nice looking house almost, with a fireplace. We have our soul terminal that is collecting the tech parasaur eggs and incubating them down to 1. And we have these two on a hitching post with a feeding trough. Honestly, I'm kind of proud of this because I just whipped this up really quick. So this will probably be where we just have them breeding, and whenever I need a lot of metal or materials like that, I can just have them, I can just come over here, reach in the terminal, grab out a bunch of eggs, hatch them, kill the babies, harvest them, and then have them cereals ready to go. So there is something else I want to do really quick, and that is crafting up a, I think, industrial cooker if I have the resources. So let's see. And we do. We probably could have crafted a forge. That would have been better, since now we're going to have a bunch of metal that we need to smelt. Okay, we'll get this placed down over here. And get a bore. Tap. Oh, we're out of... Is that real metal or raw metal? It's definitely raw metal. So I guess we'll be back once we've got this all set up and we can crafting a bunch of useful items. Alright guys, we have the industrial cooker completely set up, and the first thing I want to do is see if we can craft any types of kibble with the extra eggs we've gathered up. Now I can't remember... Okay, we don't really have any valuable eggs, but let's craft up any kibble that we're able to. Just because I know creatures, like... Really, I'm trying to craft up all types of kibble because eventually I would like to make an episode where we tame up high-level rhinos. And for that, we're going to kind of need to have all possible cravings ready. And their cravings could be any type of kibble. So we can make 2 of those, hopefully. We can make 3 with exceptional Moss Chops eggs. Okay. I did notice one of them is cooked fish meat. Yeah, that's not bad. I know if we start getting eggs from our RGs, we could also do this. So I might throw a couple RGs over at the parasaur farm. That's actually where we have it, by the way. Right up on that little cliff face area. So let's grab these types of kibble. I think we were missing cooked fish meat, which we have some fish meat. So we'll get that cooking and probably just craft that off camera, because I know eventually we'll need all types of kibble. Even though once we get probably just a male Yuti, I think that's the only creature on the island that can produce... I'm honestly forget. Is it exceptional? Extraordinary kibble. But for that, we will need stuff like Lazarus Chowder, which from now on, before we do boss fights, I would like to have the appropriate soups ready. Now, for Broodmother, I'm not sure what we should bring, but I know we want the focal chili for the Megapithecus, because I'm almost positive that it does warm you up. I think it does, at least. Oh, it's Freya curry warms you up. I think it's Callian soup. And oh yes, Callian soup is what cools you down. So Callian for dragon, and Freya curry for the Megapithecus, and I think we'll want Freya curry again for overseer. So if we remember, that stuff will be useful for the rest of the game, really. Now, I do want to get some Tinto berries out of our trough. Put them in here. And get some narcotic. Honestly, just take it all. Because we'll need med brews for ever, really. If we have them, we can use them. Let's put like 1,000 in there. Let's get one. Thrown in the fridge immediately to save the spoil timer. Get these all sorted out. So there we go. Now, I'm not entirely sure what else I want to do this episode, so I think I'm going to start flying around to see if we could find any more creatures to tame. And we'll be back once we found something. Ooh, there we go. A level 135 male beauty. This... yeah, I'm pretty sure this was a male, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Because I'm like 90% sure that the one we have back at base is a female. So we'll be able to breed these two and kind of get an infinite supply of eggs that we can convert to the top tier. Since I believe it's Yutyrannus, Wyvern, Rock Drake, Dino, and maybe a couple other eggs convert to Extraordinary Kibble. And I'm not honestly sure why Unis convert to top tier, because they're definitely pretty easy to tame and not that difficult to tame either. I kind of just restated that, but we're going to get this guy back to the trap, tranked out, and we'll probably be back once it's tamed up. While the UD is still taming up, I did notice we have hit 100 cake slices, meaning we can craft 20 chibis. Now, I am really, really hoping that we can get a broodmother chibi. There's a Phiomia, but I wouldn't be too upset if we don't get it, because the event is still relatively new. There's a bulldog. I do like that. Raptor. The event is still relatively new, and I still have plenty of time to grind out and get a bunch of Chibi Carcanos. That is one of my favorite chibis. To get plenty of cake slices, to get even more chibis made up. Now, I do need to just look at the pool of creatures that we can get to see if it's just really unlikely to get the broodmother or if it's actually impossible. Because I'm not sure. Because it could just be like the Fjordhawk, Wyvern, or Phoenix, where they're just really hard to get out of these random draws, but it could also just not be in the current pool of what you can actually get from this crafting. So far, not great. We got a Fjordhawk, but we already have one of those. An Anki. Perlavia. Not really worthy of being a, what would you call this, rare, in my opinion. I would say this is uncommon, rare, like epic almost. Another Chibi Turtle, we've already got one of those. Our last one, Chibi Megalania. So unfortunately no broodmother, but we'll just do this even more. And if you look in here, you can see we have amassed a giant collection of chibis by now, with 53 including my one that I have on right now. So that's a lot of party dodos killed and a lot of cake slices crafted through. Now really quick, I do just want to check up on the parasaur farm to see how it's going along. Looks like it's going good. Let's hope. Not sure why you hatched. That's fine. Let's take all these eggs out and see if we can go ahead and hatch them. They are getting auto-trapped by the soul terminal. So we'll just hatch them all. And then pull out all the parasaurs. And all we have to do is find a kind of flat area. Start lining them up. So this could take a minute, so we'll probably be back once we finish this. Alright, we have every single parasaur lined up here, and we'll just do the natural process of coming up behind it and using the S Plus Dino Gun, or whatever, multi-tool, that's what you call it. The S Plus multi-tool, and killing them all. Now, this is absolutely ethical. There's nothing wrong with this. The parasaurs love it. So we just hop on Apache and harvest a lot of electronics, scrap metal. And this is just when they're juveniles. If we allowed them to raise up further, we'd get even more resources out of it. So we could try that, just throwing them out and letting them raise up since it's relatively quick. I do also see that our Yuty's almost done taming, and just like that, it's tamed up. It's almost like I planned it, which I promise I didn't. So let's grab the leftover mutton in your inventory, fly back to base, and I think this is where we're going to end off this episode of ARK Survival Evolved. If you did enjoy, please leave a like, and if you would like to see more of my content, please subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, or name suggestions for any of the creatures that we tamed this far, please leave them down in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys next time.